Hello there and welcome to another episode of Foolcraft. As you can see, I'm in the ocean monument that I took on in the last episode and I have cleared it out. Unfortunately in that time I never found another sponge room. I've had a few mishaps with I had a few mishaps, as you can see up here, when I was attempting to vein mine the thing. What I have here is all this sand, which is very important because what I'm going to do is cover this monument in sand so I can then drain it. Here is a bit of a hint as to the material I shall be making my build out of. I have some big plans for what I want to do in the site of this ocean monument. Let me just come out here. There's plenty of guardians around, which covering this whole area in sand will alleviate. My plan for under here is to make a giant dome with the temple in the centre of it. I am going to tear down the temple, as you know, it's a generic structure and I don't, it's alright, but it's largely uninspiring. I mean, swimming around looking at what I've got down below here is sort of, it's a lot more mountainous around than I realised, which is now making me question what I am about to do, but it'll probably just require me clearing a lot of space, because I want to put like this massive dome going around, so let me guess, this sort of area here will be our centre point. I'm being used as target practice. The sooner I can clear these guardians out, the better. Oh, is there a chance cube over there? Oh, awesome. What I might do is head back down into our monument. Where's the entrance? I've lost my entrance. Oh, it was over here. Excellent. So coming back down here. I've decided that I want to recreate the city of Atlantis and put it in the dome. And I'm not talking about any city of Atlantis. I'm not talking about the mythical city of Atlantis. I'm talking about the city of Atlantis that featured in Stargate. So the plan is to have this dome. So a big dome with the city in the middle, as if it's got its force field around it, and it's rising up from the ocean. Obviously, it's not the deepest bit of ocean in the world, so it's going to be touching the floor, and then we can go underneath and actually make a bit more of a usable base underneath that. And then I'm going to build up the city, and it should be quite interesting. My plans are to try and get quite detailed with the build. I want to try and have a go at using the chisel and bits mod to try and make a really nice detailed build. I think it'll be quite an interesting thing. It's going to take me ages to complete. I'm someone who works full time, so I don't have the ability to play Minecraft 24/7, which is unfortunate, really. The first process is getting all this sand in place. Now, this sand You may think that I've gone out and collected all this sand, but no, I have not. I've been breeding up my chickens so that I can get all this sand. This glass, a lot of this glass came from my glass chickens that I've got. So yeah, I've been breeding up my chickens. I've got a good collection of chickens at the moment. I've got an iron chicken, a nether quartz, a gold, redstone, glass, nether wart, coal, steel, lava, string, leather, and I'm still working on that at the moment, which is it takes an extraordinary amount of time to breed up the chickens, but yeah, I'm gradually getting there. But yeah, I think this episode is probably just going to be a bunch of status updates of me filling this whole place in with sand. I'm hoping that using a wand to place the sand will quicken up the process, hopefully. So I'm going to get started trying to get some sand in place, and then I'll be back with a bit of a progress update shortly. As you can see, the process of filling this with sand is relatively pain-free, considering. Yeah, it's
How can I help you this evening?
oh, Siri is now talking to me.
Question, Holly.
Let's turn that off. Don't know quite why. No, I don't want to talk to you, Siri. Go away. There you go. That gives away what brand of mobile phone I choose to use. Yeah, so using the wand, I can fill this up fairly quickly. This is going to take a hell of a lot of sand to get this complete. Yeah. Let's grab a lot more, and a hell of a lot of wands. I don't mind though that it's using quite a lot of diamond. This is because I now am the proud owner of a diamond chicken. So yeah, this means I can get all the diamonds I could possibly want, which is fantastic. Yeah, that is... Oh, go away! I mean, obviously the... there is still the annoyance that is all of those things. But yeah, this is relatively pain-free. So I shall continue filling this bad boy up, and then yeah, see you in a bit. Well, things are certainly getting quite hectic down in my hatchery. I've got quite a few sand chickens working their magic, trying to get me lots of stuff, but then I've got all these chickens that, like, the pretty colours that I had over this side has failed miserably. This is not enough space for all my chickens, so in my little breeding room here is so many other chickens. Yeah, see, look, I've got a diamond chicken, netherwort chicken, gold, lava, yeah, lots of different chickens. We now have a water chicken. What can I do with my water chicken? I'm sure I can make lots of lovely things with water. Yeah, I'm getting quite a way through. We've got this little chap here. He's our emerald chicken, and he looks like a villager. A really weird villager, but yeah, a chickeny villager nonetheless. we've got a slime chicken going, an enderpearl chicken, and a blaze rod chicken. So yeah, we're doing good on the chicken front. But yeah, I think one of the things I'm going to have to build in Atlantis is a better home for these guys, because this place just really isn't cutting the mustard at all. I need much more. Yeah. So we definitely need to find a way of storing these a bit better, because it's a bit haphazard at the moment. Yeah. Oh yeah, there was one thing I did want to say. Was that whilst I was recording my first clip, I've just sort of began the process of just dumping the files in, just to make sure that they're all right into my editing program. And listening to the first one, I was convinced briefly that there was a problem with my microphone. There was this weird crackling noise. I was like, what the hell is that noise? And then I started the process of actually recording another opening clip to this video, and whilst I was doing it, this time I put my headphones in, because I hadn't done that previously. I put my headphones in and I could actually hear the crackling noise, and it then dawned on me the crackling noise wasn't coming from my microphone, but was actually coming from all the lovely little guardians, and they're probably killing squid or whatever. But it was that was making the weird crackling noise. So yeah, I'm trying to get my sand levels back up again so that we can then go and finish doing this, because at the moment we haven't got nearly enough sand. Go. This is going to take some time, so I'm probably just going to leave this AFK for a little bit, so that I can just build up the levels of sand and then finish off. You can sort of see it's just within render distance, our lovely little guardian. That is going to look so awesome once we've got the dome in place, because what I'm going to do with the dome is actually have it rise out of the water, so that the dome is sort of out of the water. I might even have it so that there is water cascading down the sides of the dome. So like, I don't know if any of you have ever seen Stargate Atlantis, but when it rose out of the sea for the first time, like all this water was just falling off the force field. So yeah, so what I'll do is have water cascading down the side of the dome into the sea. Obviously it's going to look a bit weird, because it'll actually be like sunk into the ground. So maybe like the idea there is that it's sort of landed, and over time, like stone and rubble and debris has sort of tried to bury Atlantis a bit. Maybe it's Atlantis has been on this planet and it's been left behind for a long period of time, and it's trying to, and now it wants to sort of rise up. And yeah, I think having this dome sort of sticking out of the sea with Atlantis underneath, I think is going to look really, really good. It's going to be, I'm sort of looking at a diameter for the dome to be well over 100 blocks diameter. So you sort of get the size of scale that I'm going for. It's not going to be like the most massive thing in the world, but I'm hoping that we, with using chisel and bits, we can get lots of lovely detail in there. So yeah, and I think from my lovely little veranda here, oh, is it really a veranda? Does a veranda go all the way around a house? That is a very good question. Maybe I should make a veranda. Um, I think this house needs a veranda. I'll just continue this around it. That'll be great. Anyway, I digress. Um, yeah. So, yeah. This should, in theory, look rather splendid. I'm looking forward to getting into building it and hopefully it will turn out as good as it does in my head. See you in a bit. Okay, as you can see, we now have this whole entire space completely filled in. Yeah. This episode is taking a lot longer than I anticipated to actually record. Partially because it's taken quite a while to get all the sand from my chickens, and partly because I've been very busy in real life doing some filming for a friend of mine. So yeah, been doing things that take up lots of time and energy, and there is no time to actually place the sand. I was able to sort of spend a good amount of time AFK. This is built up far higher than it needs to be because I've had misplaced misplaced shots with the wand, and ended up putting a layer on top of the sand, usually when I was being shot at by a guardian. But yeah, I've removed the cobble layer that I put around here, so we now have, this is exactly the around the perimeter of the guardian base, and this is all filled in with sand. My next thing that I need to do is work out the circumference of a circle. So this whole area here is going to go inside like a bit of the dome that will be sticking out of the water at the top, and then below all the way around will obviously be the rest of the dome, like trailing out in all directions. Yeah, once we've got the dome in place, or possibly just the circumference of this circle on this layer, once we've got that sorted out, we'll fill that also with sand, and then we can start clearing this out. I might actually start clearing the middle of this out perhaps, and then then we can sort out the rest of around the outside. So yeah, hopefully you will see me back shortly with a circle set out, and I'll get started on more sand. Okay, now this is just a little bit strange. This horse has googly eyes on its derriere. What the hell's that all about? Oh, there is also a skeleton in a tree. Don't know what that's all about. Something's making a really weird noise. Is that just the skeleton horses? Perhaps. This place is surrounded by skeleton horses. Must be a hotspot. It's probably when I was AFK collecting up sand. Anyway, I've now worked out what my diameter was. I've done some maths so that I can get the optimum shape of the dome. It's going to require a lot of building. I've also realised that I've buried a load of glass in that monument. So I'm going to have to dig my way out a little bit. I've made myself a proper shovel that'll actually handle the sand properly, as the mattock that we had doesn't actually work on sand. It's only gravel and dirt, I think, which is alright, but it's not so useful when I'm doing this. So I'm going to have to dig a hole, find my glass, and then we can start building the outer ring of this dome, which should be fun. Okay, so I've had myself a little portal in here so I can get neatly up and down here. I've also put in these waystones here where I can use this warp stone to get from one to another by holding down right click, so that's quite handy. Yeah, what I've done here is I've measured this out, I believe 41 blocks in each direction, which should then give us a radius that just skims the corners around here. I've sort of because I'm using an odd number for my, so not including this one, it's 41 blocks in each way. So yeah, but yeah, because I want an odd numbered dome, yeah, this is obviously on a even numbered block. So yeah, I shall be. Where did I put the chisel? Did I not bring it with me? I can't have brought the chisel with me. Bear with me. I'm going to be. Ooh, I need to fix my armor. Yeah, bear with me, and we'll be back shortly. So now we've got the chisel. This is the block that we're after. Now, my plans are to actually create the force field out of a number of different colours, but I want this borderless sort of look to it. I don't mind that there's sort of some lines on it, a bit of texture, but we want to be able to see through the where's my silk touch? Yeah, we want to be able to see through the glass without it creating this weird border around it. So yeah, I'm going to be using this borderless streaked glass. So yeah, and if we just get our warp stone back, and we go back to Atlantis. Nice and all done. Well, this is quite pleasing. I've just got to the corner, and this actually is just skimming past quite nicely. So we've got that one in there, and then we want to go from there. I believe it's one, two, and one, two, and then we carry on. So that's come around quite nicely around that corner. Couldn't have done that better. I like how this looks in the water. Like if we get rid of these, yeah, you sort of, it doesn't look too odd. Once this continues to go out, I think it'll look better. Obviously, sort of eventually, like there won't be any water in any of this. So yeah, it's doing good, I think. Yeah. And then this should be the final stretch. It should be 8 including the central pillar, so it's 7 really. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8 including the central pillar. We're all completed our circle. Excellent. Now I think what I need to do is fill up all this space in here with sand, and then we'll be able to clear the thing. I don't know, I'm just going to check on the length of this video to see if I'm actually going to bother including that in this video. So I'll be back shortly. Okay, so yes, I'm definitely going to be leaving it here for the moment. And I will catch you in the next episode. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you'd like to see more of what I'm up to. I've got big plans for this, and I really hope it's going to come to fruition. I mean, this is just, it's going to be so much bigger than this because the dome's going all the way to the sea floor. So yeah, I've got lots to do. The grind is real. See you in the next one. Thank you, and bye bye then.